volumes here for us at MyFunLIFE to see the caliber of leaders that we have attracted already in the infancy here of our company in this very, very early pre-launch stage. Guys, we are so early into the development. This company is going to be so ginormous. It's going to be so huge. We're talking about rolling out 10 apps over the next 10 years, being a legacy company, doing something that's never been done before in this industry. And so I hope as you appreciate, our first app really isn't even out yet. Everything is web-based. All the travel deals and things that you're going to be able to have on the app are available through your travel portal and through your website, through Cha-Ching and through your MyFunLIFE website. All the marketing systems are being put in place. Just amazing, amazing tools, which we're going to talk a little bit about today. But guys, we are we aren't even officially launched as a company. So that's how early on you are. And my experience in this industry is if you can ever position yourself with a company that has a chance to become $1 billion company, to become a giant global long-term viable company, and you can find it in this infant stage, it is truly a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And I hope that many of you begin to see what you've got your hands on. And I know that's part of the reason that we've attracted people like Nick Hetcher and many, many other top 6- and 7-figure leaders from our industry, is they're recognizing a change in this industry, that this is a company with the message, with the mobile apps and the platform that we're rolling out, our products and our suite of services, that this is a company whose time has come. It's revolutionary. We are embarking here on the next .com frontier. We believe this is the next big thing, mobile apps. More people are doing stuff on their smartphones today than they are on computers, and the future is mobile. We recognize that, and to have a $21 price point, we truly believe we've got something refreshing for the industry, and are so excited to roll this out. Guys, as we get started here, I'm just going to ask if any of the other organizers have an open mic until we bring you on. If you could just keep yourself on mute so we don't have any background noise until it's your turn to speak. But guys, I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to be the Chief Marketing Officer of MyFunLIFE. I think that is a dream come true. And I hope you look at yourself as the Chief Fun Officer, the CFO of your company, and that you are the president, you're the CEO. And I think that's the one thing we try to get across to people when we do training, is to get them to understand, because so many of us have been brought up in working for other people and being at the bottom, and it's really refreshing when you understand what network marketing is all about, that everybody starts at the top of their own enterprise. They are the CFO, the CEO, the president, the empire builder. I mean, you are at the top, and you want to go out and find your first 3 vice presidents, help them do the same. And that's how this business gets built, from the top down, versus the traditional way where you go out and you join somebody else's company at the bottom of their company. And every company is shaped like a pyramid. A lot of people look at network marketing and go, oh, that's one of those pyramid things, and they don't realize that every company out there, large organizations, churches, networks, they all have leadership at the top, and then they have all of the all of the numbers at the bottom. And most companies, you have to go join at the bottom of somebody else's company and build their dream, and you have very little chance of ever replacing them or making it to the top. With network marketing, the beauty of this industry is everybody starts at the top. You're the CEO, you're the CFO, you are at the top, and you get to build your own dream, your own empire, and go out and find some people that can share your vision. And the beauty of our industry is everybody starts at the top of their own matrix or of their own business. And that's just going to kind of lead us in, guys, here to one of the first things I wanted to talk about is our comp plan, and make sure that there's a clear understanding here of how this business gets built. We talk a lot about the matrix, and there is an opportunity for spillover. Spillover occurs anytime you go out and you sponsor more than 3 people. You get Sue, Paul, and Rob involved here. Where's the 4th, 5th, or 6th person going to go? Where do the additional people go? They go down below Sue, Paul, and Rob. And so that creates spillover. Guys, we have people that have already hit our diamond rank, over a dozen people that have sponsored over 100 people. We've got many people who have sponsored 50 and 20 and 10. Anytime somebody sponsors more than those first 3, there's spillover that's created. And you also, when you see the opportunity, spillover is great, and certainly there is an opportunity here for somebody to get a benefit of that, and maybe even get up to 7 levels of pay with spillover without having to talk to or sponsor anybody. But that's not where the opportunity lies. That's not where the big money is. If you want to be a top earner, if you want to really take full advantage of this opportunity, become a leader. Don't look for spillover, create spillover. Be empowered. Don't be waiting for somebody else to build your dream. We realize that's never going to happen. You have everything within your power here to become a giant leader, to have all of your dreams fulfilled here with My Fun Life. If you just learn the secrets of how to go out and simply get three to get three and kind of duplicate that. And so I want to talk a little bit about the compensation plan. And as you look here's you. You go out and you get your first three people, and I want to talk about how the matrix feels. When you bring on a fourth, fifth, and sixth, let's say you brought in, these were your first three personals. Now we know in some cases, you might have spillover, and you might have somebody above you that already placed somebody below you. You might have your first couple of rows filled already, and that's great. That's manna from heaven. That's just, extra people to help you build your team. But as you go out and you start to build your business, realize that, guys, the biggest money that we're going to probably talk about here long term with My Fun Life is going to be check matching. Check matching is huge. I mean, because you can see, you can go out and fill a matrix. In fact, let me just bring up a little. Here's the formula to filling a matrix, guys. It's this simple. It's 3 to the 10th power. Okay, it simply means you're going to go 3 times 3 times 3 and do that 10 times. It means if you could go out and get three people in the next 24 hours, and they could go out in the next 24 hours and get three, that's 9. They go out and get three the next 24 hours, that's 27. Literally in 10 days, you could fill a matrix. And what does that equate to? You go out and fill a matrix. That's some serious money, guys. That's the formula to filling a matrix. It's real simple, 3 to the 10th power. And so you want to go out and get three and teach three how to do what you just did and do that 10 times. And that's the magic to the matrix. But again, that's how much money you can earn by filling a matrix. The big opportunity is not what you can do yourself, but what other people can do. If you can go out and bring 10, 20, 50, 100 people into My Fun Life, and in fact, we know to get into the 10th level of the matrix, to get into the big money down there on the 8th, 9th, and 10th, and I'll just pull up this slide here real quick, and obviously you can see there's the big money. At level 8, 6,500 positions that pay you $1, 19,000 positions that pay you $1, 59,000 positions that pay you $1. Here's the money. There's more money on the 10th level of the matrix than all 9 levels combined. So you want to sponsor 20 to open up the 8th level, 50 to open up the 9th level, 100 to get into that 10th level. And so as you do that, realize there's going to be so much more money on check matching, because you can make 89,000 in filling your matrix, but what if you had 100 people that you sponsored? What if some of them filled their matrix and you get up to a 50% check match when they fill their matrix? Guys, this is where the money is. There's a limit to how much you can make on your matrix. There's no limit to check matching, because you can sponsor 101, 102, 103. Every time you launch a new person into your business, you've got a potential of 50% of 89,000. I mean, if they go out and they fill a matrix, and you're their sponsor, and you're up here at the 50%, which you can actually get into at just the Ruby level at 50, and you've got a chance to get a 50% match on their matrix. If they're making 89,000 a month, you're making almost 45,000 a month on a match, and that can happen 50 times, 100 times. And again, not everybody's going to go fill a matrix. If somebody's just making 1,000 a month, you're making 500 a month. But that's where the big money is guys, it's in the check matching. So check matching occurs when you go out there and sponsor. We see that 3 gets you to 10, 6 gets you to 20, 10 gets you to 30, 20 gets you to 40%. So, but this is going to be where the big money is. And then we've got the fast money here, which is the coded bonuses. Okay, guys, here's how the coded bonuses work. I just want to talk a little bit about this, and we'll get back to the matrix. The matrix really is the structure to our business. you need to sponsor 3 people before you qualify for these coded bonuses. So where do the first 3 that you enroll, those are going to roll up to your sponsor. In other words, he's going to get the code or she's going to get the code on those first 3. Those are your qualifiers. And everybody needs to bring 3 to the table before they start getting weekly pay. If I was enrolling somebody brand new, my goal is, hey, let's get your first 3 people, Bob. Let's get you in. Let's get you making weekly pay. Let's get you 10%. I mean, people do things for their reasons and not for your reasons. So what are their reasons? Well, they want to get weekly pay. They want to get into fast pay. They want to get into these coded bonuses. They want to get 10% check matching. The big money's in check matching. So help them go out and get their first 3 people. That's your incentive, is these 3 people as a leader. These 3 are coded to you, and then you're going to be working with them to get their 3 and their 3. So that's the coded bonuses have created some of the biggest and fastest checks in our industry. They can absolutely blow up because as everybody brings you 3, so you get in here finally and you start coding here at 4, 5, and 6. You pick up $5 on number 4, 5, and 6. And what do they got to do? They've got to qualify for coded bonuses. So when you enroll 4, 5, and 6, you don't just get $5 from them, but when they bring in those first 3 qualifiers, they roll up to their upline or to you. So you're getting $5 on number 4's first 3. And then those 3 are coded to you. So what do they got to do?
Excuse me, Rob.
Hello?
My screen seems to be Rod. This is Nick. I apologize. My screen seems to be stuck, and I'm not getting an answer back in the training room to see if others are stuck. Maybe you want to ask if other screens are stuck.
Okay. Anybody else stuck here on or seeing my screen?
I'm looking at a picture of the Luxor Hotel.
That's what I see.
Oh, wow.
Sorry.
No, I'm glad you told me. Let me refresh here then. Oh, you know what?
You're probably paused.
I think I hit pause up there. My bad, guys. So none of this comp plan explanation anybody was getting.
They would have heard everything that you said, but they would have just been looking
Oh,
at
my bad. Okay, hang on. Let's go bring up this comp plan.
You're so good they didn't need that anyway.
Oh my goodness.
You gotta love Nick Hatcher. Seeing a nice picture of the beach there.
Okay, now we got comp plan training.
Yeah.
Okay, gosh. Thanks for chiming in, Nick, and letting me know that, guys. This is what I was talking about. This is you. You go get Sue, Paul, and Rob. There's your first 3. Anytime you sponsor more than 3, those roll down below number 4, 5, and 6. And this is how the matrix feels, guys. It top to bottom, left to right. So when you enroll more than 3, they're going to go not just 4, 5, and 6 below Sue. So it spreads out across each row. So when you enroll 4, it's going to drop below Sue. When you enroll number 5, it's going to drop below Paul. When you enroll number 6, it's going to drop below Rob. And so that way, we kind of spread the love here. We don't just put all of the overflow here, the spillover below Sue, where Paul and Rob don't get anything. So it spreads out evenly. When you sponsor 7, it's going to go here. 8 is going to go here. 9 is going to go here. 10, 11, 12. So that's how it staggers and feels across row to row. And again, this was the formula here I was trying to bring up for you guys. 3 to the 10th power, that's the formula for filling a matrix. 3 times 3 times 3. You do that 10 times, that's 89,000. And that's really the formula. But as I mentioned, the big money, guys, the big money here is in check matching, because you can get 100 people now that you're getting, or 50 or 20 or 10, however many, that they can earn up to 89,000 in their matrix. But imagine, you have a limit on your matrix at 89,000. There's no limit to how many people you can sponsor, and they all have that potential to fill a matrix. I believe with some of the systems and some of the tools and our viral share, our mobile apps, guys, this is going to be so easy to share as we grow out. Certainly, we're going to talk about our Powerline system today. That makes it something that is already easy to sell, easy to share, even easier. Our video tours, systems that do the telling and the selling, make this duplicatable. Guys, people are not duplicatable. Systems are duplicatable. People can follow a system, and that's what this Powerline does for people. It creates a system. But this gives you the potential to go out there and sponsor literally dozens of people, if not hundreds of people. I believe we'll see people sponsor into the thousands as we go out there and roll out MyFunLIFE and 10 apps over the next 10 years. Here's the coded bonus that I was talking about. As I mentioned, your first three are qualifiers to you. And then you start coding at 4, 5, and 6, or qualifiers that go to your upline. Okay, you're going to code on 4, 5, and 6, and then they've got to bring their first three qualifiers to you. So you're going to pick up $5 on the first three for number 4. They're going to need to bring in 3 to qualify. Everybody's got to bring in their first 3 to qualify, and so that starts to multiply 9, 27, 81, and same thing happens below 5 and 6. On 7, 8, 9, and 10, that jumps to $8 plus their first 3 qualifiers, their first 3. You get everybody's first 3. You get up to number 11 plus, you're picking up $10 plus their first 3 qualifiers and their first 3. So, guys, the first $21 that comes into MyFunLIFE from everybody, the first $21 gets paid out in coded bonuses only. Okay, in other words, there's no matrix pay on that first $21. We wanted to create fast start money. We wanted to reward leaders that are going to go out there and sponsor and bring people in and help fill a matrix. And obviously this helps fill the matrix. When you got people bringing in 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 20, 50, 100, that's creating spillover. And so we wanted to create that fast pay, kind of put that carrot, right at the end of your nose here, so that you've got an incentive to go out there and fill the matrix. Now, the one thing I want to address here is that some people say, well, if I'm not going to get coded on my first 3 people, that's those codes are going to go to my upline here. Maybe I shouldn't bring in my best people first. Maybe I should wait, hold them back at 4, 5, 6, or maybe even wait till after 10 people have joined so I can get that coding on those first 3 people, and I won't put in any really good people here in this first 3. Guys, that is not the way to build this comp plan. I want to make sure you understand the way to build this comp plan is to bring your best people to the table first. If Sue, Paul, and Rob are your best people, you want them up close to you. You want to get the most leverage possible. If Sue's going to go out and build a giant business and Paul's going to build a giant business and Rob, you want them up here helping you fill a third of your matrix. You wait and put them down here, look, you're only getting a ninth of their leverage. If you wait till 10, if they come in on the 27th, where there's 27, you're only getting a 27th of the power that they're bringing to help fill your matrix. So I want to encourage everybody to bring your best people to the table first. You want to try to get your power as high into the matrix as possible. And that also creates the integrity of the coded bonus plan. If everybody's bringing their best 3, then that means if you brought your best 3, you're still getting check match up to 50%. They're going to help you build a matrix worth $89,000 a month. So you still get all the power of these first 3 people. You want them high in your matrix, but look what that duplicates. If you do that, then the people that you go out and bring 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 plus, they're going to bring you their best 3 and their best 3 and their best 3. And you've got an incredible coded bonus. If you didn't bring 3 good ones and they didn't duplicate, then and you duplicate that kind of scenario with your team, you teach people to wait and bring their best people in later, then 4 is going to bring you 3 people that might not get 3. You're done in that leg. That leg is not going to go out and get 3 to 3 to 3. It's if those 3 are not dynamic, if they're not good people and they don't know how to duplicate, then you're not getting any more coded bonuses from number 4 on. So the power of the coded bonuses is to bring your best people to the table first, put them in, let them be high in your matrix so you get great leverage, and duplicate that with your team, and everybody's bringing their best people in first. You've got infinity pay on 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That is the way not only to build the best matrix and the biggest team and the best check matching, but it is the way to actually earn more money than you'd even dream of in the coded bonuses. Guys, you only give up 3 people once. And I love this scenario. It's kind of the thing I believe in life. It's karma. It's what you give out comes back to you over and over and over again, multiplied. Well, what'd you give out? You gave up a coded bonus on 3 people. You gain a coded bonus on 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They're 3, they're 3. You get what you gave up one time, you get back hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of times. So, you want to, and again, it's multiplied. You give up three good ones, you're going to get three good ones over and over and over and over again. So I hope that kind of solidifies how to go out and build this comp plan, how to be a leader to create spillover. Don't wait for spillover, go out and create spillover. The money's into check matching. And also want to emphasize that the first pay coming in at $21 goes to coded bonuses. So if you don't build a team, if you don't sponsor, if you don't get in here and qualify for coded bonuses and you're just waiting for spillover, you're not going to see any money until after the second month of being in MyFunLIFE. And you're going to be getting charged your $21 the first time. You're going to get charged again the second time, because it's not till the second time do we start matrix pay. Second, third, fourth, all succeeding months. From the second month on, those all flow down through the matrix, guys. So this is where all of the additional money, the first pay, the first 21 goes to coded bonuses. We don't pay out any matrix pay on that first 21. I want to make sure everybody understands it, because we're getting ready to do our first matrix run, and some people are questioning, hey, I thought I would get paid before I would get charged a second time. You can't get paid if you didn't sponsor. If you didn't get into coded bonuses, then you got to wait for the matrix run, which is going to be your second payment, and everybody's second payments, third payments, fourth payments all go down here through the matrix. Okay, great. Let's go back now into want to log in here real quick, guys, and get into the Powerline training, get in a little bit of our system. I just wanted to touch on the comp plan here, but log in. And here's we're going to introduce you to some of the tools here in the back, and then get into the Powerline system. Then I'm bringing the master of the Powerline on to talk a little bit more in detail about the autoresponders, the follow-up system, and how our automated business building system works. But guys, as you come in here and you've got your My website addresses, this is what is our capture page, our sales funnel, and this is what introduces people to the Powerline. You've got multiple websites to choose from here. We've made the phone numbers optional. You can even go out and get another domain name, Caveman to Millionaire or whatever you want, and point them to these different capture pages. So some people, as they get really good into the internet marketing, they'll go out and create their own domain names, and then they can direct that domain to redirect to any of these capture pages. And that way you can change capture pages without having to change your main domain name. So this is all of how you get in and start taking the tour here. Guys, we'll just take a little snapshot of how you get into the tour. Click on any of these links. Now this is designed, there's two ways to get into the matrix, and this is the Powerline system. I'm going to talk a little bit about this.
Welcome to the life.
Enter my info here. And guys, I would encourage everybody to go opt in. Get yourself an email that you don't use that often, or go opt in somewhere with another email address so you can see what the people that take our tour see, and you can see all the follow-up messages. It kind of gives you a better view of what the people that you're marketing to are actually going to be seeing. But this, again, this is the sales funnel. Rob Hanley's going to go through this. I'm not going to steal his thunder here and go into that. But this is the one way that people can get in. When they come into the Powerline system, they get a time, date, and stamp. They get a reservation in line to join MyFunLIFE. They get a picture of how many people are enrolling below them, and they get auto notifications every day that so many people have joined, and an opportunity to upgrade now and hold and capture their place above others that have joined below them. So I'll let Rob talk a little bit more about that. What I wanted to just touch on here, guys, is there's a place a friend option here in the back. And this allows you to type a name and an email of somebody and actually put them into the Powerline as well. Again, people get a reservation. So anybody that's taking the tour, if you've got those lead capture pages out on Facebook, or you're sending an email blast out to 1,000 names or 5,000 names and directing them to find out more about this hot mobile app company and get this free cha-ching booking engine just for taking the tour, all those people that tour behind your friend here are going to go be pre-enrolled below your friend. So you can actually get a top spot in the matrix here, and you have to then contact your friend when you enter their name here, and you get them this reservation. They don't know about that reservation, and we don't start spamming them just because you put a name in there. We need anybody that you give a reservation here to. We need to get them to opt in. So you have to give them a call or send them an email and say, "Hey, Bob, I reserved your top position in MyFunLIFE. People are joining this like crazy. Click on this link," and you send them the Life Starts at 21 link, and enter your email. Have them enter the same email that you made the reservation with. And as soon as they do, it'll light them up. They'll go from sleeping mode to active in our system. They'll start to receive all of the follow-up messages, and they'll see how many people have already been placed below them. If you go in here and you put 20 or 30 people in here, the first person is going to have 20 or 30 people below them already. So, this is a very exciting way. People are motivated out of fear of loss. It's the number one motivator in life. It's not desire for gain, it's fear of loss. And that's what the Powerline works on, is getting people a top position and then letting them know all these people are being pre-enrolled below them, and that they need to upgrade, or they need to go activate their position here in order to see how many people are below them. And then every Tuesday and Friday night is our last call to upgrade and capture anybody. Even if somebody upgraded and spent $21 ahead of them, they are going to be able to capture remain above them in the matrix because of the time, date, and stamp. So we kind of put everybody into a waiting area and see who all is going to upgrade by Tuesday and Friday night at midnight, and then based on the time, date, and stamp, those that upgraded had a reservation ahead of the others will go above them and go on top of them. So, guys, this is an amazing Powerline system. This is the most powerful automated system ever created for network marketing. Guys, we've had companies that we've done this with before that have put tens of thousands of people in their companies in 90 days using just the Powerline system, and typically price points in the 100 to 150 in a nutritional setting. What can we do with the sexiness of travel, the global nature of travel, and a $21 price point, a money-back guarantee, a free cha-ching booking engine? Guys, this is really powerful. The last thing I want to touch on, guys, just to kind of make sure you're all aware that there are two ways to join MyFunLIFE. There is still the Powerline system here on Tuesdays and Fridays, but there is a way to go in and get directly into the system. And that's where somebody comes to your MyFunLIFE page here and they click join now. These people do not go into the Powerline. If you've got a friend, and guys, this is where we kind of blend network marketing and the belly to belly private meetings, talking to a friend face to face with the internet marketing. The Powerline system is really geared for the masses and the internet marketing, the cold marketing, and certainly you can do the place a friend option that we looked at there, and that can create some excitement and some energy of getting them ahead of the Powerline. But it's based a little bit more on the automated marketing system versus the hands-on. The hands-on, if you've talked to somebody and you're a good friend of yours and they're ready to join right now and you want to get them in the matrix right now, you can send them to your MyFunLIFE website and they can go right to the join now button and they can get into the matrix immediately. They don't have to wait till Tuesday or Friday night. So it's kind of a way to jump the line or take a shortcut here. Guys, you don't want to abuse this. You want to use the Powerline for 99% of your marketing. But if you're at a home meeting and you've got 15 people that are ready to join right now, you don't want to put them in the Powerline and have them have to wait till Tuesday. Even though they go in the Powerline, they can start marketing immediately, and anybody they enroll will go below them. Same thing on Tuesday and Friday. But this is a way to kind of get the VIP access or backdoor and get a friend right to the front of the line here, or right in on top of the matrix. So two ways really you can get into MyFunLIFE. The Powerline system that loads every Tuesday and Friday. Some people have said, hey, I've got people that have joined and they're not showing in my matrix. Well, if they came in through the pre-enrollee system or through the tour, through the Life Starts at 21, they're going to be held in a waiting tank until Tuesday and Friday nights. If you want them immediately in the system, you can send them to your MyFunLIFE website, and they can get in and they can join immediately. So, guys, that's a little bit about the two ways to join. It's a little bit of an introduction to our Powerline system. What I want to do now is hand the balance of the time over here to really the master of our Powerline system. And Rob, if you want to start taking the screen over, I'll get ready to cue you up. We'll change presenters here. But guys, Rob Handley is just an absolute mega marketer. He's owned his own network marketing companies. He's built sales funnels for many, many years now. He's actually owned his own travel company before. So he's got a lot of knowledge about what we're doing here. He's also a diamond in our company. He's personally enrolled over 100 people. He's brought on some of the biggest players into our company. So, not only does he understand the psychology of the sales funnel and how to go out there and build this, how to create systems to help people build this business, but he's doing it himself. So I always love those guys that lead by example. So with that, guys, I want to give a round of applause here to our new VP of Marketing and master internet marketer here, Mr.
Hey,
Rob.
Rod, hang on 1 second. I'm still having a little challenge with my screen. Actually, I was cleaning a couple of things up while we were going along here, and I'm stuck on a doggone PowerPoint. So give me just a moment here, and I'm queuing everything up. Hoping I actually don't have to reboot. My God, that would be terrible. Nothing worse than having to tap dance in a live presentation here. So 1 second, let me just see if I can get this all squared away, and then we'll be good to go. So okay, and I think that I'm ready. So let me go ahead and bring this up. I'm going to make myself the presenter. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and get started here. Let me bring up a couple of screens. Let's talk first of all about overall about the sales funnel itself. And the first thing that I want to do is I want to show a couple of pictures here. So first of all, actually, you know what? I'm really not giving credit where credit is due here in any way, shape, or form. Really what I should do right off the bat here is talk about how really amazing Rod is and what a great job he actually does with everything that we have here. It is actually such a pleasure to work with him. I can't even say, as Nick Hetcher, another great guy that's a pleasure to work with here too, as Rod says, his radio voice that he has, which is awesome. It really is. We've got such a stellar crew of people that all see what you see, and that is something really extraordinary here with MyFunLIFE. So I just want to give credit where credit is due. Rod, fantastic presentation. I love to listen to you talk about the simplicity of the compensation plan, the value of the product, and just appreciate every single thing that you do. So let's talk about, we're going to talk about two things here. I'm going to talk about the marketing funnel, and then I'm also going to talk about, and I put up this picture that I've used, I put up this picture here that I've had for a little while, and it's a scratch, a chicken scratch here. This is really how the pre-enrollee system kind of came to be. This is the first notes that I scratched out over on what the pre-enrollee system and the marketing funnel. So there's really two pieces to this, where there's almost three different words that describe the same thing. One of them, I call it the pre-enrollee funnel. Another one is, we call it the Powerline system, and then or marketing funnel, we kind of use almost all interchangeably. And I put this picture up here. It's got a little video image on it. And the reason why I put it up here is because in your back office, I want to show you that there's a full-blown training that was done on this before actually the funnel was up. I was just giving everybody at that time a preview of what it was going to be, what we were shaping this into being. And this is about a little over an hour. So I'm not going to go an hour here, obviously, because we've been on for quite a while. But I'm going to highlight some things. And I just want to tell you where this is. It's in your back office, and it's going to be under the section called let's see here. I think it's called recorded training and coaching. Okay, so if you log into your back office and you go to training and coaching, you're going to see some of Rod's presentations that are here. And obviously we're not recording every single one over and over and over and over again, or that we do a lot of training in MyFunLIFE, which is really interesting because, again, it's so incredibly simple what we're actually doing here. But I just want to highlight, look for this same picture that I'm going to show you here, and I'm going to touch on some of the things in here. I'm going to go a little bit deeper, and we'll talk exactly about what this is. So first of all, let me spotlight out what a marketing funnel is. And I'm going to get into this chicken scratch here, and I'm actually going to make it make sense for you. And maybe I should disclaim this by saying, if it doesn't make sense, and I don't follow through on my intention to get you really excited about how extraordinary the marketing system is that we have with MyFunLIFE, then there's really nothing that you need to know here. I'm going to mute out whoever. Somebody's not muted. Let me mute out here. I think this might be Rod. Let me go ahead and mute you out. Okay, should just be me. And oops, somebody else is not muted too. Mute system support. Okay, so it should just, good Lord, everybody's unmuted here. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, should just be me now. So everybody can still hear me. Looks like my little bars are moving across the screen here. So let me show you a little bit more of what this is. And we're going to talk, first of all, from what a marketing funnel is itself. And that's this picture here. So let me describe briefly what it is. And if you don't get what I'm saying here, it's really not that important. And that sounds kind of funny, because why am I doing a training on something that's not that important? And what I mean is, you don't actually have to get what I'm saying here at all, because everything is already done for you. It's already set up for you. There's really only one thing that you're going to need to do, and that is to refer people, open your mouth, or send an email, or post on your Facebook page, or something like that, and send an email to somebody with the first page of your marketing funnel. We call it a lead capture page, and I'll get into that in just a minute. And then really everything else is actually done for you. It's all done for you. So let me preface this also, as Rod had said, as I've been doing this for a long time, many years. I have built marketing funnels that have generated millions and millions of dollars. I've had affiliates in my companies using the marketing funnels and systems that we've built that have generated over $1 million in a single year. So they work very, very well. And there's a method to the madness here in everything that we're doing. So what does the website sales funnel look like? Well, just like a funnel that you put oil in your car or something like that, it's wide on the top and it's narrow on the bottom here. And the reason is, we'd almost say that people are filtered out, or maybe more accurately, they filter themselves out. They are open to an offer here. This might be you saying, hey, do you want to make money, or an email or a Facebook post. However it is, that generally it starts out with, hey, would you like to make money? Check this out. And that's what generally the lead capture page will say. Well, sure, what is it that you got, so to speak, as the marketing funnel kind of conversation goes. And then they put your name and your email in, and we'll show you. So they enter into the funnel. And the reason we capture their email address and their name and everything like that is so that we can follow up with them. And I'll get to that in just a moment. And then we're going to actually bring them in. We're going to show them a presentation. It's all going to be automated. It's all done for you. There's nothing really that you need to do. And then a call to action is a marketing term that is coined. Basically, it's, this is where you take your credit card out. This is where we're going to say, great, now it's time to buy. It's time that we've been dating and chatting and talking. It's time to get married here. This is where we're going to this is where the rubber really meets the road, and that leads into what we call a conversion, that somebody actually says, yeah, this sounds good, and they get signed up. So it makes sense that out of 100 people that come in, we don't have 100 that actually come out as sales. So far so good. I like a very interactive training presentation here. I'm going to kind of go back through some questions. So far so good from a simplicity point. Everybody can give me a Y for yes or something like that in the chat channel, and I'll know that I'm so far on the very basics here, very cohesive. Well, we got a lot of people in here. This is great. Thank you. First person to jump out, Patrick. you get the award, and you're still the only person here to say yeah, yes, yes, yes. Fantastic. All right, let me press on. So I want to get you guys, the reason I'm doing something so simple here is I see that you got a question here. Paul, I want to make this interactive. I'm going to make this interactive here. So let's go back to the picture of the marketing funnel itself, and let me explain some of this. This is the top of the funnel, although it's a teeny tiny little square. This says LCP. It stands for lead capture page. And we have about 9, maybe 12 of them. I probably should know how many there are. There's a lot. There's about 9 or 10 that are in there. There's some of the nicest lead capture pages that I've ever seen in the industry. And a lead capture page has really one purpose to it, and that purpose is that it actually gets somebody to put in their username, or not their username, gets them to put in their illness. So here's the one I like the best. This is LCP6. I can't tell you that it converts the best. I've had people, by the way, ask me, what are the conversion rates on this? I've actually had some good internet marketers actually ask me, what are the lead capture pages converting at? And as intelligent of a question as that is, and what a conversion means is, of all the people that come in to the page, let me see if I can shrink this down a little bit. There we go. Of all the people that hit this page, out of 100, let's say, what percentage, what number of them put their name and their email and their stuff in? That's called a conversion. It's the number of people that entered their stuff over the number of people that actually go to the page, called a conversion, okay? So that sounds like a really intelligent question, because you want to know, well, shoot, I want to market to the page that actually converts the best. And I have to explain to a couple of people, any information that I would give you from a system perspective is really going to be irrelevant for you, because it depends on where you're marketing. Are you posting something on Backpage or Craigslist? Are you posting on some kind of a high yield investment program, or called a HIAP? You know, there's a lot of these things where you can get in. I call them a poof fund, because you put your money in, and after some, it's growing and growing and growing, and at some point it goes poof and it disappears. So, but those are called HIAPs, and they're generally marketed, you know, that it's a traffic site. You really can get hits, by the way, from them, but it depends. And then, are you using a banner ad? Are you sending out what's called a solo ad, an email out to people? You can pay people to send an email for you, what was written in the email. So it really all depends on who you were marketing, where they were, and what you said prior to them coming to this page. Everybody agree with that so far? If it was your best friend, for example, that you said, hey, check this out, it's incredible, and he knows that you've got a decent track record of looking at stuff or taking a look at stuff, he's probably going to be a lot more higher rate of a conversion than some kind of mumbo-jumbo nonsense that's written on a mumbo-jumbo nonsense type of a page. That makes sense so far? So maybe we'll put that to rest a little bit. Maybe we'll put that to rest a little bit more. My goodness, people write, please don't write me a novel. I don't think I'm going to be able to read a novel here. So far, so good. Everybody get that? Great. Let's go on to the next stage of this. And the next stage is after they put their information in, okay, I'm going to go ahead and put in some kind of fake mumbo-jumbo here. And Rod hit the nail on the head. You really should be a, let's see here, I'll do this. We ask generally for the first name and the last name, which a lot of internet marketers are like, why are you asking for more information? We actually made the phone number here optional recently. We want to get the phone number because the fortune is in the follow-up. We want to give you as much information as we can to you so that you can actually call them up. And people might be going, oh my God, I don't want to have to call people up. I got to tell you, actually, the very best way to convert people into a business, this is not an affiliate program, although we can market it very heavily on the internet. It's not affiliate marketing. We're not just looking for somebody to buy an ebook on how to get washboard abs or something like that. This is a networking company. It's going to be high touch. So we at least want to give the opportunity for somebody to put their phone number in. So I'll put my phone number in here, and then I'm going to put in some kind of fake email. Let's see here. I probably don't want to say the Hotmail. I like this. Let's see. I'm going to put 22 or something like that on the end of this. I don't want to actually deliver email to a real email system and have it spam somebody or something like that. And if I put my same email in, sometimes it does a little bit of funky kind of thing. So I'm going to put in a fake email here, And this again is in lead capture page 6, the one that I just happen to like. Why do I like it? Because it looks pretty. I like the movie that's on here. I like the house that's on here. I think it's pretty cool. I don't have any data overall to support that it's better or worse, just like I was saying before, to anybody else. So guys, got running a little slow here, probably because we're actually transmitting through the webinar to so many people all around. So this is the beginning here of the actual sales funnel.
Something big is happening.
Okay, let me pause this out here, and I'm going to reference back a couple of times to what we're at. So these are lead capture pages. You pick your favorite one, maybe based on it looks pretty to you. And people always ask me, for 21 years I've been doing this, what's the best way to market? Well, the way that I generally tell people what the best way to market is, the first thing that you should do is look at how you were exposed to this, because whatever way that was that marketed, it obviously worked because you really should be the ideal prospect. And by the way, I always like to acknowledge everybody for coming here, because not only are you actually a great prospect, I mean, you're really the ideal prospect. Let's think about this for a moment. Somebody offered you this business, you took a look at it, so you were a conversion, you were an opt-in here through the page in some way, shape, or form. Maybe before the marketing funnel came out, you're like, God, this is incredible. They get it, they like it, you signed up, and then let's look at it even further. We got a lot of people in MyFunLIFE, and I will tell you, not everyone in MyFunLIFE is on this webinar right now. More of them, of course, will listen to the recording, but not everybody is on this training today. So, and you've probably sponsored, or you certainly have the intent to sponsor people in the business. You are absolutely dead set, 100%. The kind of person that you're looking for is actually you. So how do you find more of yous? And let's be clear, there are people that are out there right now, they are not open to MyFunLIFE, or they're not open to making money at home, or the possibility of how they could make money from home. They are literally on their knees praying to God on a nightly basis, please God, show me an answer. And they have modest means, maybe they don't have a lot of money. So there's not people that are actually just open to the possibility of MyFunLIFE. They're desperate for it. They're desperate. So we just have to connect with more of you. Hopefully you're not desperate, but we want to connect with more people like you. So where did you and how did you get exposed to MyFunLIFE? Is probably the first question. Did a friend send you an email? Was it a text? Was it a Facebook page? Whatever it was that they did, if you can copy that, because unlike in high school, or unlike in college, hopefully not in college, but you know, I'll just tell you, in high school, I apologize, don't throw any rocks at me, but I cheated, man. I copied here and there off of people. You know, I cheated my entire way through I took 2 years of Latin in high school. I did it because there's a lot of pretty girls and it was a fun class, but I didn't learn how to speak very much Latin at all. I did it because it was a nice homeroom and because it was easy to cheat. You know, I copied off of people's paper, off of their vocabulary and all the kind of stuff like that. So my network marketing is a great fit for somebody that would copy off of somebody else's paper, because you actually get rewarded for copying off of somebody's paper here. My loss is I didn't learn as much Latin as I probably could have or should have or did learn. You know, like I said, a lot of pretty girls in the class, and that was nice and it was fun, but you can actually make money by copying off of somebody's paper here. So if you like somebody's ad for MyFunLIFE, particularly your sponsor, then I would tell you, just copy what they're doing. That's probably the very best way to go. We call this a duplication business. Duplication business. So, okay, enough of that. So they come into, they're on the first page of the marketing funnel, and we answer 3 general questions here. Number one is, it says, the number one question is, how do I, or what is it? That's the number one question that we have here. And if we look back over to the funnel, you'll see, what is MyFunLIFE? The second question that we're going to answer in the marketing funnel is, we're going to answer, how much can I make? That's what the next question is going to answer. And there's a movie, this little box here with the arrow, suggests that it's a movie that plays automatically. And then there's going to be more content. Some people like to listen to movies, some people don't. Some people like to read. There's pictures, they catch the eye, and this, that, and the other. And then there's going to be an invitation to join. Then they go over to the next page here. How much money can I make, either on a per sale basis, or tell me about the compensation plan or the potential. And then finally, the last part of this is, how do I do it? What do I do? So if you think about logically, if you're going from, hey, do you want to make money? Okay, if you're having a conversation with somebody and they say, well, yeah, sure. what do you got? That answers the first question. You say, man, I got this mobile app business. It's blah, 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 blah. The next question that they would either ask or that you would know that you would be telling is, by the way, you could make a ton of money on it. And then the third question, if you just think about the conversation, is here's how you do it. It's really so simple. And there really is no other logical way that I can think of from three basic questions is, do you want to make money? What do you got? How much can I make? And how do I do it? And then where do I get started? This is the logical progression through the entire whole marketing funnel to bring them through the top all the way to the end and make money. So it makes sense so far? Hopefully that makes sense. Yes, no, maybe so. Let's see here. Can you bring up the recorded webinar? Let's see. Can you bring up the recorded webinar? You're recording webinars. Yeah, okay, I'll bring up the webinars. Yep, okay, the automated webinars, great. Okay, so should I probably follow up on my own email? Yes, I think you should probably call people. So far from where I am here, we're on track. Everybody give me like not a hand raise, but a yes, no, maybe so. Yeah, come on, guys, give me a yes, yes, yes. Let me know that you're a little bit alive here on here. Fantastic. I just want to get you to take some action. That's all that I'm looking to do. Appreciate that, appreciate that, appreciate that. Okay. Let's go back through this, and then I'm going to get into some of the nitty-gritty, and we'll make this short and sweet. And again, if you don't understand anything I'm talking about or you're not interested, don't worry about it. You could actually bail out right now, and just know that every single thing that we're talking about is already done for you. So, okay, let's go back through this. Here's the funnel. What is it? How much can I make? How do I do it? And get started. Now, there's a few other ingredients that are actually in here as well. So the first thing is we do the lead capture pages so that we can follow up with emails. Now there's two kinds of emails. This actually says from member, and then the other one says from system. So that's these two that are underlined. This says AR, which stands for autoresponder, means it's an automatic email message that the system is going to send on your behalf. It actually sends from you. So if they reply, it actually replies back to you. And it's going to have all of your links, all of your phone number, all of your email, picture, everything else like that, your Facebook, your YouTube, all of that stuff is all going to come in a series of emails that the system is going to send on your behalf from you. So let me give you a little bit of an example, okay? Got a great guy that's on our team here from the wonderful province of Montreal. His name is Cedric. Cedric was telling me for a minute that actually his email wasn't working, and so couple other things as he's getting going and started. So I opted into Cedric's system here, okay? So here's the first email that goes out from Cedric, okay? And hey, Rob, it's Cedric from MyFunLIFE. We've got a nice picture of a yacht here that's kind of interesting, engaging thing. By the way, it's only highlighted because it was looking for the word hour as I'm going through the, let's doing the right search for this. So it's going through the whole thing, and at the bottom, by the way, we added this in recently. In fact, just for taking a look, I'll come to this in just a minute, we actually give them the booking engine. Here's your username, and then since Cedric shouldn't know his password, we don't actually give him the password. Cedric is not going to give the password, but it's reasonable that he would know the username. Why is it this funky thing here? Because we actually created a random username for whoever the person is that's actually looking. So we go through the whole thing. You know, we're telling them, hey, it's only 21 bucks, and see it right here. What we want to do is we actually want to drive them back to the website. Let me see if this actually works. Hopefully it does. Be very embarrassed if it doesn't. And bam, we see over here Cedric Magnificent, which is kind of funny. I love his username. And it's actually taking me back to Cedric's marketing funnel. Okay, so now I'm back in there where I can take a look again the next time. And here's also, to get started, here's my join link. So hopefully this all works. I haven't tested any of this stuff out with him, but oh, bam, holy smokes, we're actually in business here. We can actually join, and we're going to join here with Cedric Magnificent. So overall on there, that cracks me up every time I see the Magnificent part. I tease my kids sometimes that I'm going to change my name to either my first name is Your and my last name is Honor, or maybe I'm going to be Your Majesty or something like that. I've got little kids. They think it's pretty funny. So anyhow, and by the way, also this right here, it works. I don't think it works on my in my email, but this is actually your Skype on your phone. If they click on this link, and I'm going to start now by actually putting what your Skype ID is out here. but on your phone, if you got Skype on, it'll actually call them up. And the original idea was if they clicked on this, it would actually just call up. But the doggone email thing in Safari and Firefox, since it's not an HTTP, it's not a link, it actually doesn't call. So it was a great idea because literally I had the idea that they click this and they go, they would call up Cedric on Skype. So anyhow, that's what the idea is, and it probably works on another couple of browsers, and I'll fix it by putting the Skype ID in here as well. So this is the whole thing. Should even take over. I don't know if he's got it set up. Let's just see over here. Oh, no, it's not going to do that. Let's not do that. Okay, it's taking me to my email. So I don't know why that's not working there. He probably doesn't have his Facebook set up, but it should take me over to Cedric's Facebook page. So these are the emails that come from Cedric, or they will come from you. And if I go back over here, again, I'm going to go back. I'll actually see that I got this one. Then I got another one that says I'm a real person. Then I'm getting tons of emails about MyFunLIFE. Sometimes he and I are having a conversation about this a little bit because I was telling him, hey, your email is delivering right to my inbox, my friend. Here's another one here. I like this one a little bit. We got the guy with money throwing it up in the air. Every one of them's got pictures on here. They're very, very, very nice. So let me go back to like the next one. Follows up, and this one's how would you like a no expense paid vacation. All of them the same thing. And in my opinion, these are some of the nicest emails that come from any system. I copied them off of one of our other systems, or at least the format, and they're just the nicest. There's nobody does emails that are this pretty, I don't think, at all. And the whole idea is to make them stand out. This is not your average, ordinary Barney Rubble, run-of-the-mill emails that go out. So let's see. That's interesting that that one looks the same. I'm curious about that real quick here. So anyhow, the emails are following up all the way through. I don't want to go down too many rabbit holes in my own mentality here. We're going to get all these emails that are going to come, and then we also have other emails that come from the system that are going to talk about that's the pre-enrollee system. So let me go back to the marketing funnel here. Everybody hopefully tracking along still, I hope. So what we have here underneath the movie is we've got new pre-enrollees that are joining right now. Now this actually is live and in real time. We should be able to click on this link here. All of them actually have a link, and we've got the join link that we're just going to put in front of their face. Every single place we can possibly put the join link on there, and have them actually click to join. So come on, go back. Okay, so actually I don't want the movie to start. Let's stop that. Going down through what is it, we're going to explain what it is. I won't go through what it is. Rod does a tremendous job. We're going to talk about mobile apps. It's this, that, and the other. The one thing I wanted to get to is the booking engine, cha-ching. This is one of the ways that we actually make money. So other companies, specifically a company called YTB, was out there, was a gigantic, I think they might even have gone public at one time. They were a huge travel opportunity. And they charge, this is basically their product, they charge $450 for their booking engine, and then $50 a month. Now, we have always had on our join page the option where you can start for free, 0, and you can sign up, put your information in, and we're going to give you our booking engine. But we decided a couple of weeks ago to make it even easier, and we said, shoot, let's just go ahead and give them a random username that they can change later, a random password that they can change later, and we will go ahead and just sign them up immediately right when they actually opt in. So we tell them, by the way, we've already given this to you, and there's actually a login that they can log in, and there's a password in the back office. They can book travel. They can actually make money from booking their travel right now. The whole idea when they log in, of course, is to get them to upsell them into this gigantic high ticket of only $21. We say less than the price of a pizza. So does everybody, first of all, understand that just for opting in, everybody that opts in now gets the booking engine? Any comments overall on that? You guys like that? You don't like it? Terrific. Let's see. Does it have? No, I have 165,000 emails in my inbox. Why not embed username on the MyFun webinar link? I might do that. I mean, you got to give me a little bit of a chance. I just did that actually just recently, and it's quite time intensive, by the way, too. It's a whole separate system. The webinar system's entirely separate. So I'll maybe touch on the webinar system just for a moment, but this is about the marketing funnel right now. So good, great way to create excitement on your team. Terrific, exactly. All right, guys, cool. Let's go down a little bit further here, and then we're going to talk now more about this pre-enrollee that you're seeing, all this pre-enrollee list underneath here. So on every single page is these pre-enrollees. I can get to it by an arrow on the bottom of the page, or I can get to it at the top. I can go over to the next question. Well, geez, how much money can I actually make with this thing? So let's stop the movie here because we don't want to see the movie right now.
Now, let's
stop. And we're going to see, oh, wow, we got these, you know, people under here. Little note for compliance, we cannot tell people that you can make $89,000 per month in the matrix, which you can. So I think I'm a little bit safe here because everybody that's in probably should be actually already in the business. We're not allowed to tell them, by the way, you can make $89,958 per month in the matrix. As silly as that rule might seem to me and you, I mean, it's just mathematics. However, the calculators can tell them that. They can put in their own scenarios of how many people that they would personally sponsor. If they sponsor 100, then this last level opens up to them per month, and everything's filled out. That's what you can make overall on it. So we actually tell them up above here. We kind of make a joke of it. Our pay plan is so large by law, we can't reveal to you how much we can make. It's a clean business, blah, blah, blah. And the whole thing that we want them to do is we want them to actually try the calculators up below and go, holy cow, that's actually really incredible. So that's the how much money that I can make. I'll go back to the last part here, which is the last question. How do I do it? Well, how do we get started? Well, this is what we call, from the marketing funnel, this picture over here, we call this the call to action. The call to action. And if you look at the picture, it's a little bit of, this is where we're starting to get a little bit, now it's starting to get a little bit narrower here, the call to action. This is where it's saying, hey, get signed up. Let me tell you why you should get signed up, and actually get signed up right now, as a matter of fact. So this piece here is going to talk about how, you know, the enormous earning potential, and if you like what you've seen so far, it's actually 10 times bigger. We've got 10 different mobile apps. But what it's going to say here is, on every page of the tour, you've seen new people just like you taking a look at MyFunLIFE. They're entering our site just like you are, from everywhere, all over the world. Everyone is given a date and time stamp to hold their place in line. They're given a date and time stamp to keep where their spot is in line, and that includes you, Marvin, Fred, Barney, Mary. While you have been watching this, other people most likely have come in after you have. It's a certainty. We can see them actually coming in right now, live and in real time. They're coming in from everywhere. This, by the way, is why we asked for the last name. We don't want to just put their first name in here. It might look kind of cheesy or fake. This is real. So this is why we actually asked for at least 2 words for the name there, first last name or first last initial, whatever you want to have on here. That's why we do. That's why we do all of that. So if they lock in their spot overall, let's see here. Here's the fear of loss. We're going to start putting in here. While you're watching this, others have come in after you. Their place in line is behind you. But if they lock in their spot and they upgrade and become a member, like you have the opportunity to do right now, and then and if they are on your matrix, if they're actually in your matrix team, for as long as they're members, you're going to receive a monthly commission check. If you do not, however, lock in your spot, they will simply jump over you, bypass you, and that could cost you a fortune. Imagine for a moment that somebody from your upline or you or wherever it was sponsor somebody, or so it was a pre-enrollee and they came in and it's the next guy that's going to fill up the matrix. Okay, and he happens to just be underneath you somewhere, and you're a pre-enrollee and you're not really sure. That guy overall can actually, when he gets in, every single person that he brings in can contribute to your check on a monthly basis. I don't know if you guys understand that. If one of these people is in your matrix spot, you know, that's taking a look at this, and they're currently in the line after you, if you're not in, if that guy's the next guy to fill his matrix up and you do not upgrade, he's going to simply jump over you, and you'll never make any money from him. You probably could make some money from people that, actually, I should take it back, for people that he would refer in the matrix. They could and they would go underneath you in some kind of a capacity, but you'll miss out on a whole bunch of it. I think you get the point there. So anyhow, this is why you want to lock in your spot. So let me go back a little bit here to this, and I'm going to show the picture here. And again, we've got the email messages that are followed up, the autoresponder. Hey, this is Cedric, was what I was already showing you. Now let me show you from the system. Okay, this says from the system. It says there's this many more pre-enrollees have come in after you. So let's take a look at what that looks like. So this is one of the emails that I'm testing out overall here, And you can see I'm in the system. I called it just, Rob Test. I don't know why I say webinar, but I did. So this says right here, subject line is a little bit different. 198 more people have joined. These get sent out a couple, 2, 3 times a day, somewhere around there. And then this comes from the system. So we've got exciting news. There's been since the last email that we sent out at the back of the line, 198 more people have come in at the back of the line. And here's some of them, by the way. This is, again, why we actually put their, why we actually have it, first name, last name, or whatever it is here. So it looks like it's more real because these are not randomized stuff. And here's all the times and so forth that they came in for that little snapshot. So, however, let's see here. For the first time ever, people can make money without having to refer others. You can make money to the 7th level. You can make, actually, if you look at the calculators, about $4,500 per month, not sponsor a single person at all in this business. You can get paid to the 7th level, but if you do refer people to the business, you can get monthly check matches, you can get coded bonus money, and you have the potential to actually fill up, go 10 levels in the matrix, which is 89 grand, which is quite a lot of money. So you can check out the income calculators here. You can get started right now over here. And that is what these messages that are sent to by the system, it's one of the messages sent by the system. One of the other messages sent by the system is, here's where you log into your Cha-Ching booking engine. Here's your login, here's your password, here's all that kind of stuff. And that's what that's all about. So far, so good. Somebody give me a good. Type in good if you're getting this. Let's see here. I've had a lot of people sign up but not move past the first page. Well, I guess one of the things you need to do, so somebody's saying I've had people sign up, and I don't know how you would know they haven't moved past the first page. I don't know whether you're telling me that the second page doesn't work or the third page doesn't work, but one of the reasons, Michelle, that we have actually put the phone number in there is so that you can follow up with them. And this is going to be a high-touch business. I had somebody that was really big in another MLM, a nutritional MLM, doing milkshakes and things. They called me all excited the other day. Great person. Haven't talked to them in a few years, and they were telling me about why they're excited. And they said one thing to me is really important. I mentioned this to Nick the other day. They were talking about their sponsor dropped out of this company. Their sponsor actually, these people went to the top of the comp plan in a popular nutritional milkshake company. And they said, yeah, our sponsor dropped out. Well, why did they drop out? Or they weren't, they kind of thought it was like affiliate marketing. And I told them, you got to call your team members. You have to talk to people on your team. This is duplication, is where we make money in here. So you want to follow up with your prospects, and you want to follow up with your team. This is duplication. All right, cool. So let's continue on here real quickly. The next email that we have that is called the cutoff email. So let me just see real quick here. Let me do a little search for MyFunLIFE and cutoff. We just did one. We do them on Tuesdays, and we do them on Fridays. So, okay, let's look right here. Is okay, yada yada yada. Let's see. Okay, let me pull this one up here. And okay, this is one of the emails. Look, you can see again, this is going to the same guy. This is Rob Test Webinar with the name that I signed up with here. And this is going to say, this was sent out 20 hours ago, sent out on Friday. We do our cutoffs on Friday nights and on Tuesday nights. Now, what's the cutoff all about? Okay, well, as we've been saying, and this gets into the power line here, as we've been saying that you're in a line. Everybody seems to like this picture I'll show you here in a second. 1 second here. Is this making sense? If it's making sense to you, please tell me it's making sense so that I know that I'm not just rambling on here. Let's see, funnel line picture. Here we go. Please tell me making sense. Making sense, making sense, making sense. Thank you so much. Sure do appreciate it. And all right, cool. So let's go ahead and show you the line. So I've done this in all the demonstrations that I've done of what the funnel looks like. So this is the pre-enrollee line, okay? When it's saying there's another 127 people since the last email, that means maybe this is you standing here, and when you were first notified that it was how many ever people, behind you, and then every not 2 or 3 hours, but about every 6, 8 hours or something like that, it's going to say, hey, since we sent you the last email, another 300 people or another 400 people are on the end of that line. By the way, some of these guys might have upgraded. You need to upgrade too. So this is the best way to explain this. Imagine that this is at the airport. Everybody's used to standing in lines at the airport, okay? So maybe we got a booth or something like that or whatever it is. We're waiting for our plane. That's why I use the airport analogy here. So what's this all about? Well, we're making money with mobile apps. Would you like some more information? Well, yeah, that sounds pretty interesting. How do I find out more? Well, you put your name and email in, so to speak, and we're going to say, okay, stand over there. That's this person. Okay, ma'am, you can stand underneath behind her. You stand behind her. You stand behind him, behind him, behind him. And we have this line forming, okay? Now, we're telling everybody, maybe in my little analogy here, look up at the monitors, okay? Now we got these big flat screen monitors at the airport, and it's going to explain everything to you. So all of these people are in line, and they're looking at the monitor trying to decide, wow, that's kind of interesting, and wow, there's 21 bucks, and wow, it's mobile apps, and I like to travel, and wow, that's kind of cool. Oh my God, you can make this kind of money. They're all watching the presentation in some way, shape, or form. You got emails from Cedric or from you following up and going, hey, use the calculators and check this out and check that out and check the other things. They're all engaged with different levels of engagement. Some people might just go straight through in 10 minutes. They take the credit card out. They say, I'm ready to sign up. Another person might take 2 or 3 months for them to finally make their decision. But here's what the power line is all about. So in the meantime, why this line is forming, in my little analogy here, let's say that we have a flight attendant that's walking around with an iPad. And they're saying, if anybody is ready to actually make their purchase, it's less than the cost of a pizza, 30-day money-back guarantee, you got 21 bucks. Oh, sir, you would like to pay? Okay, great. She steps up to this person. Great. Swipes the card. Okay, you're in. Just keep your spot in line. The plane is going to board at the end of the day on Tuesday and the end of the day on Friday, or whatever it is. Let's say that it's Friday. Plane's going to board at midnight, okay? So just stay right there. Oh, ma'am, you'd like to buy? Okay, great. Swipe her card, swipe his card, swipe his card. In the meantime, we're also sending out messages that says, hey, since the last time, there's been a whole bunch more people in the line. If they're in your matrix behind you, if they're actually in your matrix and they upgrade, then you can make money from them. Or as I do in my presentations, I do it the other way, and I say, you have the opportunity. You can either have them joining and have their membership contribute to your monthly check, if you want, by taking action right now, or you can wait around and wait around and wait around, and then when you decide to join, your monthly membership can contribute to their check. The choice is yours. They're contributing to your check or you're contributing to their check. Which would you overall like that to be? So there really is an urgency that we're building here. So what happens with all these emails is we're telling them, hey, go ahead and get started. Go ahead and join. This is the one here that is the, you got less than 12 hours. So what's this all about? Well, this would have been sent out, this is sent out 2 o'clock Pacific time. So it says less than 12 hours. At midnight, what's going to happen is at midnight, the plane's going to board. So what we do at midnight is we say, okay, this is the last call. I was a bartender in college. We'd say last call for alcohol. So the plane is going to, I don't drink now, but the plane is going to board, and we're going to say, okay, great, everybody that's bought their ticket. So what we want to do is we really try to be very true to what we're putting out there so that it's accurate, it's true, it's not a ploy in any kind, is that we want to give this guy, if he hasn't bought his ticket, if he hasn't purchased yet, we're going to give him up until midnight. We told him the cutoff was on midnight. So he has up until that time to upgrade himself, and he can have this person behind him, and this person may be upgraded, and this person over here was also in his matrix, and he can upgrade. He has all the way till midnight to upgrade. And if he doesn't, then those people and the other ones that actually bought their ticket, they can actually get out of the line here, and he's still standing in line. There's still going to be other people behind him. People have also asked me, how long does he stand in line? He stands in line until he actually buys his ticket or until he clicks on the link saying, I don't want to be in line anymore. I don't want any more information. So that's how long he stands in the line until he decides that he doesn't want to be in the line anymore or he buys his ticket. So far, let's see here. All right. Where's Matata? I don't know what that means. Making sense? Making sense? Okay. Actually, I like making sense. Making sense, let me know that. Just put in sense if that makes sense to you. And we're going to bring this in here. Terrific. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's bring this puppy in for a landing here. That is basically how the pre-enrollee system works overall in a nutshell. Let me go back through. Here's that other email here, and we're telling them, here's some exciting news. There's 198 more people who have gone to the end of the line. Here they are. We didn't say these people upgraded. In fact, we said some of these people may be in your compensation matrix. We're not saying they are. If that is the case, and you're a member having locked in your spot, then and these people upgrade here, then they're going to be underneath you. So that's kind of what the entire marketing funnel looks like in a nutshell. This is what the whole system looks like, the whole enchilada, from the lead capture pages to what is it, how do I get paid, how do I do it, to the join link. And then all this nonsense, by the way, up here was what's called an exit pop-up or an exit redirect, that if they ever left the page, we're going to go, whoa, hang on a minute, you can actually sign up and get a cha-ching booking engine. That's what this was all about. And we're going to follow up with them after they got cha-ching and tell them, hey, sign up and now that you got cha-ching, become a full member. We don't need any of this anymore, because what we decided to do is put all of that actually in the first thing and say, everybody coming in, we're just going to automatically randomize, give them a username and a password. They're going to automatically have the cha-ching booking engine from the very beginning. So here we've covered the entire funnel. We've covered all the autoresponders that I was showing you, like from Cedric, for example. We've shown you the emails that go out every few hours here saying there's this many number of pre-enrollees, lock in your spot. And then the last one was upgrade cutoff. And we actually do a different kind of a call on Tuesday nights and on Friday nights when we're doing the webinar presentation. We're telling everybody today's the cutoff. If you're on today, right now, this is your last chance. That at midnight Pacific time here, this is your last chance overall to upgrade. And if you don't, you can still stand in line. But again, those people that might be behind you, their membership can pay you, or you can wait later and then join next week, 2 weeks, or a month from now, and your membership can pay overall and help them. So that's the entire marketing funnel in its entirety there. That's how the pre-enrollee system works. There's a lot of psychological triggers that are in there. One of them is called social proof, which means everybody's doing it. Mom, everybody's doing it. I got to get these sneakers. Everybody's doing it. Another one is called fear of loss, or and that's it's kind of the takeaway here. If you don't, that's what the funnel actually is fear of loss. And then there's a whole bunch of other ones in there too, by the way. I'll just tell you, giving them the cha-ching booking engine, it uses what's called the law of reciprocity. We've actually given them something of value, and then even told them what the value was, $450, what other companies have charged for this. So there's a lot of stuff that's in here. Let me go through a couple of other things that people have asked about. We're going to integrate this stuff into the autoresponders. The first one is called MyFunWebinar. MyFunWebinar. This is available. There's 6 different opportunities that are available per day. Okay, so we put this together a while ago, and
Something big is
this
happening.
is
Are you?
so there's our movie that we usually have in the funnel. It's very nice. We can reuse it for this purpose here. So this is a about 11-minute webinar is what it is. They can come over, they can select watch yesterday's replay, or they can schedule themselves for Sunday, for example, and look how many different opportunities you have. There's actually 6 different opportunities that have local to their time, even tells them what time it is right now for them. And then they can schedule themselves. They can put their name in. They put their email in. They can even get an SMS notification if they live in the United States. Oh, wow, maybe they can do it everywhere. I didn't realize that. That's pretty cool. So I guess even, and somebody's asked me that like in Germany or Russia or something like that. So yeah, they can even put their, looks like they can even get an SMS message wherever their country is. I didn't know that. That's pretty cool, man. I will tell you, in the United States, the SMS message, very cool. About 15 minutes beforehand, it's going to say your MyFunLIFE webinar is going to start in 15 minutes. It's some really, really, really cool stuff. And then when they go in to this, they're going to be presented, they're going to go into the overall the whole webinar. Let's see here real quick. Maybe I can show you what kind of emails they actually get on the way back. Hang on one second. Let's see. No reply, I think, is where they come from. No reply at myfunwebinar.com. Webinar.com. Let's see. Oh, come on. You got to have that. myfunwebinar.com. Let's see. Let me just search my email. And, yeah, where's that at? Ah, okay. So let me show you this. No, that's not it. Let's see. One second. One second. My fun webinar. Doggone it. I'm having a hard time finding what one of the emails looks like here. Give me just 1 second and I'll show you. It's cool, and yes, it's going to be worth the time on it, I believe. Let's see here. Gives you a replay. Let's see here. Here we go. Okay, so this is what it looks like here, for example, and this is one of the email messages that goes out. It'll say, did you watch the recorded video? It's all highlighted here just based on what I was searching in my email. And then they can click over here. They can go into the room that's going to actually start a recording of this. So it actually notifies them a couple hours ahead of time, 15 minutes ahead of time.
Oh, I want to thank you for taking the time.
An hour after the webinar is actually over, it will send them a replay, and then a day after it's over, it'll send them a replay. Now, there's one challenge that we have in the webinar. I'm going to fix this probably today, is that the webinar that we have here, for me, it's pretty obvious that this is actually
About MyFunLIFE.
that this is a recording. And the whole idea of the webinar system is it's live and it's interactive. So the webinar we have in there is too commercial. It's too much like a video.
MyFunLIFE is an exciting.
Ron does an exceptional job actually in 11 minutes and 10 seconds explaining everything about MyFunLIFE. And but we need one that's a little bit more like, hey everybody, welcome, and blah 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 blah. So in addition to myfunwebinar.com, and this is what we've done here in about 2 minutes, is we've got myfunwebinar.com, and then we've got myfunwebinar espanol.com, and this is done by my friend, huge business here, Huascar Lopez. And here's Huascar. He's got a huge team.
Something big is happening.
And everything in here is going to be in Spanish. So when they go in, all of the emails are in Spanish, the whole bit. I'll show you one of the emails. Let's see here. That comes out in Spanish. And let's see. Here's one of them. So this is the follow-up when you register. You know, hey, Jose, you know, I can't read Spanish, but Huascar translated all of it. Here's your link to actually log in when the webinar starts. And then, or this says, I think it says, did you miss the webinar? Actually, the first one would have been that says you're registered. That one comes out an hour later. Let's see, the last one, here's the first one. So this is the registration one. You're registered. You can go log in. You can do the whole 9 yards there. And then after an hour after the webinar was over in Spanish, it actually sends this one out. Then we've also got, so the whole same thing, you get all of that for Spanish. We got that for English, and we got MyFun Webinar, Webinar Deutsch. If I can spell Deutsch, there we go, pops up for me. And this one is done by Kira, Heike Kira, who's just absolutely amazing. She's got this just ginormous German team. And they can come through. Everything is now in German. All of the email messages are in German. The presentation is in German. And then I actually put one together. I'm in the process. I'll have it today. It'll be done in Russian. So we got webinar system, and all these emails, or all these links to the webinar are going to be actually integrated into the email autoresponder, saying just as part of the whole funnel. Imagine for a moment that in addition to the autoresponder messages, they also have the opportunity somewhere on here. We'd have to say attend a webinar. So there'd be a link over here to attend a live webinar, and then it'll drop them back at the join link as well. So hopefully that makes sense to everybody. Love your thoughts and comments, and I'll open it up for just a moment for some questions. Okay, it took me over a week after learning about MyFunLIFE to join, because it looked so much like a travel program. Well, our first app is a travel program. Been there, done that. Okay, I have too. I mean, I actually own a travel business, but thanks to my sponsor, he confirmed that it wasn't. So we're really not a travel program, a travel business. Our first app actually is, and it's better than any travel business that's out there. But thanks to my sponsor, he confirmed. Okay, great. So this is a perfect example that Mark is laying out there, that his sponsor actually called him up. The very best way to sponsor anybody is not just to drive traffic and have them go sign up, is to actually call your pre-enrollees. Say, hey, you know, my name's Fred, my name's Mary, my name's Mark, my name's Jerome, and let them know, we'll do French. Jerome, we can do French. We can do French this weekend, no problem. So we definitely can do that. One of our French leaders is asking about a French webinar. So that's a perfect example. The best way to get people to sign up is to call them up. How do we use the webinar system? Well, I just kind of showed you. Maybe I didn't show good enough. You go to myfunwebinar.com, and then you pick a webinar to go look at. And as I said earlier, the webinar that we have in there right now on the English side, I'm going to replace it because it actually has got music, it's got an echo, and it's just too obvious that it's actually a recording. So I'll put one in there that's going to actually be a lot more real and interactive, a lot more live and interactive. When is it available? It's available, I'm showing you right now. It's available now. It works right now. Let's see, having looked at this for the last 4 weeks and paid my 21, my closing question is, to any prospect I come across, will always be, okay, always be other money, other than the money, what is it that's stopping you from getting involved? Absolutely. I mean, there's really nothing. I mean, it's 21 bucks, so you hit the nail on the head again, is that you're talking to your people. You really should talk to your people. Yes, some people will come through. I've had people just the other day, and I sent them an email immediately saying, hey, great, welcome aboard. Had no idea who they were, and you know, let's talk tomorrow or something like that. So I haven't yet, but I did give them my number and everything. If you're going to put any toolbar on how many attendees to the webinar, as they did, I don't know about that system, Arthur. I don't know, but actually in the webinar you can see other attendees actually in the webinar. Please explain about the cash back for the free members whenever they book. They book and they get cash back. They get cash back. This is about the travel app that we have. They book and they get a a little bit of money back. It's not really incredibly get rich or buy a mansion or a yacht kind of money. There is not any money, by the way, I should tell you, on airlines in the United States. There is on some international airlines like Russian Aeroflot and some others like that. Airlines don't give any money back. There is money that's on hotels. There's money on rental cars and other things like that. Everything except for U.S. airlines, and that's because you can book directly with the U.S. airlines, so they just don't pay back on it. So the money that's actually with the way that I look at the Cha-Ching booking engine is the Cha-Ching booking engine is a sponsoring tool. It's not like this is how I make a ton of money. It's kind of like saying we can make a lot of money by selling cantaloupes or bananas or televisions at Costco. They make a teeny bit of money. It keeps their warehouses open. It's not their business model is by making, they don't make all their profits by selling the products that they sell at Costco. They're in the membership business. That's what we're in, the membership business. Costco's got 65 million members in the United States that pay $100 to $120 per year. That generates Costco about $7 billion per year overall. That's their business model. They're in the membership model. So we're not really going to make, nor are our people going to make tons of money. I do have somebody that's a concierge, by the way, that actually makes some pretty good money, actually, because they do a lot of booking on it, a few $100 a week or something like that. It's not like get crazy money or anything like that. The real big money is going to be obviously in the people joining and building. So, all right, guys. Well, we have no last questions here. Let's see here. I mean, let's see this, guys. Can my fun webinar be linked to my ID? It may be linked. It may be able to be linked to your ID. Yes. It's a whole separate system. It's not linked together right now. I think there's a way to link it together, but there's only so many hours in the day here. So I think, yes, I can link it to your system, and yes, I probably can have them drop back off at the end. So Rod, this is George. It's a message for Rod there. Took me over a week. Okay, great, guys. Well, I'm all done. We've been on for quite a long time here. I hope that you are excited about it. Somebody's asking about Solid Trust Pay. Solid Trust Pay for existing members is going to be up on Monday. New members right now can pay with Solid Trust Pay. New members, as of I think Thursday or Friday, can come in and actually pay with Solid Trust Pay. Existing members that were maybe cash option, that came in and paid the cash option or something like that, they're going to be able to upgrade or pay their membership if they're already in MyFunLIFE with Solid Trust Pay. I'm told on Monday. I was actually already told on Tuesday, or excuse me, Monday as well, that they'd be able to pay with Payza. Ron Pope says maybe it's going to be Tuesday or Wednesday, but we're going to have Solid Trust Pay and Payza next week, and I think Payoneer as well. So great. I'm glad that you guys are excited. You know, this is a business of duplication of the masses, so spread the word, stay excited. I will tell you, this is the most advanced marketing system that's ever been put out there. We should charge $100 for it, $150 for it a month, and we actually give it away to everybody for free. So, all right, guys, I'm going to turn it back over to Rod here. I'm all done. I don't know which one you are, so you have to unmute yourself, Rod.
I'm
And I'll
unmuted.
mute
Thanks,
myself
Rob.
out.
Thank you, Rob Hanley. Awesome presentation tonight, guys. Welcome today. Thanks for being here and spending your Saturday morning with us. These webinars are recorded. You can find them in your back office under training and coaching, or even recorded calls. So look in the back office for that. Stay tuned. Let's have a huge week. Big things are happening. The announcements of our first corporate fun trip, Coeur d'Alene, the Hydro Cup races up there on beautiful Lake Coeur d'Alene with all of the corporate team. We're going to have I think about a dozen or 15 floating pontoon boats out there, kind of a floating party during the hydroplane races, some special training events. We're selling out the Marriott Hotel up there, getting some great rates. Anyway, look for information in your back office on the fun trips. And this is our first corporate sponsored event. So all corporate officers and team will be there. It'll be kind of an official pre-launch of the company there, right there at the company headquarters with Dan and Carrie Edwards, their beautiful family, and all of our corporate team. So you're invited. Those are going to sell out quickly. Get on it. We'll see you Labor Day weekend. It's going to be a blast. And stay tuned, guys. There's some exciting developments regarding our mobile app. So we are a mobile app company, and I think in the next 30 days, you're going to see some amazing things happen with MyFunLIFE that will truly put us ahead of the game, ahead of anybody else in the world in the mobile app space. We've got some very cool things that we'll begin to share some insights to our leadership and to you over the next 30 days.